Hello, fellow Dragon Age fans. Hey guys, it's Robbie with Overworld Games, and we are taking a look at Dragon Age Inquisition, all new gameplay showing off your Skyhold, and then also Xbox One gameplay. And if you didn't know, we here at Overworld Games, we're covering Dragon Age Inquisition extensively, and we've got a backlog of footage including PS4 gameplay and more, so be sure to check us out right here on YouTube, and then of course Facebook and Twitter. Here we go, guys. Here's the brand new gameplay, and don't forget you can check out BioWare's live stream by following the link in the description below. They do quite a bit of live streams on Dragon Age Inquisition. Pretty darn cool stuff. So here we go, guys. Enjoy.
Hi everyone. My name's Cameron. This is Jason.
Hey.
You guys probably seen me before, so I'm a producer on the game. Jason is a designer on the game and is responsible for much of Skyhold, which is what we're going to be looking at today, in part. So if there's anything great in there, then you should be thanking this man right here. And so what are we going to show? So Skyhold is, hopefully you guys can see the game now. Skyhold is your castle. So it's the seat of your power as the Inquisitor. And it's pretty big. So just sort of looking down at it now, if you think about Origins, Dragon Age Origins, you know, you had this tiny little camp where you spoke to your followers. This is obviously a hell of a lot bigger, and we wanted to have a base of operations which I guess really reflected the scope and the sort of vastness of the story that we're telling and the authority of the Inquisitor. So I'm using Mike's save from the last Twitch stream that we did. And then later on I'm going to be changing to a different character in the Emerald Graves. We're going to play a human rogue this time, and during that point we'll probably answer a bunch of questions as well. So, but anyway, this is overlooking Skyhold, so we're going to take a bit of a wander around. And Jason, feel free to jump in wherever you want, mate. So this is your bedroom and your sort of office as the Inquisitor. See the different windows and pieces. All this sort of furnishing, like the bed, can be changed. You know, we'll show you how to do that later on. You can change the windows and other bits and pieces, furnishing, drapes, heraldry, a whole bunch of different things, statues and stuff. While we're here, I'm going to grab a couple of requisitions. So requisitions in the game kind of uses a similar mechanic to the crafting, but there's a variety of Inquisitions. So some of them upgrade Skyhold, which is some of the ones that we just grabbed then. Other ones are for things like building catapults and stuff like that. Anything to strengthen the Inquisition's power and influence in the world.
Yeah, so those ones you just picked up are like 3 special upgrades where you'll take a bigger chunk of Skyhold, not just the curtains or whatever, and actually change it into something tangible and different, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I think we've already got, this save has already got enough resources to do one of those requisitions, so...
Yeah, we can check that out later.
Yeah, we'll do that. So this is the main hall. You have your throne here. The throne can be changed. We'll do that in a second as well. And you can find different thrones through different exploration, quests, operations, things like that. Okay.
One of the customizations you'll notice is up on the walls there, the heraldry.
Yep.
Curtains are kind of the ones that came here when you got here, a little old and dirty, so get those replaced as soon as you can.
Yep. Actually, it's worth noting as well that this version of the Skyhold that we're looking at today is whilst you're in the middle of rebuilding it. So when you first get Skyhold, it's a very broken down castle, and over the course of the game, your Inquisition builds it up, strengthens it, and the scaffolding comes up, and then it goes away, and everything gets rebuilt. So this is, I think, about halfway through, right?
Yeah, it's about halfway. Yeah, it's kind of cool how it kind of changes and grows with you throughout your journey as well. So it's not just this static thing.
Yeah. We're not going to show you everything in Skyhold today, just because there's a lot to show, and also we don't want to spoil everything. We want to leave some surprises.
There's a lot to show.
There is, and for you people who are watching as well, there's definitely going to be some spoilers in this. Relatively light spoilers, so nothing major, but you will see some conversations with specialists and some followers and things like that. There'll be some talk, but nothing major. So anyway, down here is your dungeon. I'm not going to go down there, but there has been some screenshots released of the dungeon anyway. It's a beautiful area. That's where you imprison the enemies, and then later on you can bring them up to your throne and judge them. So there's Cassandra hanging out.
The cool thing, a lot of Cassandra, the followers, we kind of tried to find spots for them that made sense for their character. So it's kind of neat seeing when you first get there, everyone's kind of just regrouping, kind of settling in, and then as time goes on, you see their spaces kind of form into what their character is. So it's kind of neat the work that the artists did to kind of bring out their character and personality.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the requisitions. So do the Skyhold garden requisition. So we've got everything that we need here to upgrade the garden, which we'll show you later on. And once we craft this upgrade, we then have a choice about what we do with it. So there's two avenues, and the same will be for things like towers. Choices and consequences. Okay, so let's do this. Craft. Okay.
Boom!
Okay. So let's go take a look at that now. Actually, no, we'll do a bit of roundabout first.
Sure.
Okay. We'll come back to it.
Pop in the tavern, or?
Not. We'll come back to the tavern.
Okay.
I think we'll go and talk to Cullen.
Okay, cool.
I can hear the internet squealing right now.
Ah, Cullen! Oh my god!
And Dorian.
Ooh.
You like a bit of Dorian?
Someone was just talking about Cullen and Dorian on the chat earlier.
Yeah. So you can see here how parts of Skyhold are still destroyed. Still rebuilding that. Hanging out. So this is Cullen's office. Up that ladder is his bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk to Cullen.
Blows all you like. I have this one.
Are you sassing me, Commander?
I didn't know you had it.
I didn't know you had it in you.
Why do I even? Inquisitor.
Leaving, are you?
Does this mean I?
Does this mean I win?
So, yeah, options here. Let's see.
Please don't stop on my account.
All right. Your move.
You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better.
Really? Because I just won. I feel fine.
Don't get smart. There will be no living with you.
I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
Should we play? Let's play. Alright, you're on.
Prepare the board, Commander.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she
I haven't even seen
which
it.
was all the time. My brother and I practiced together for weeks. The look on her face the day I finally won. Between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays.
For any of you who are interested. Playing fair. Alright, let's play fair.
All right, let's see what you've got.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
We both have work to do. There's nothing wrong with focusing on it.
True. I believe this one is yours. Well played.
Okay. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm seeing some comments about an echo. Is there an echo? It's been fixed? Okay. Alright, so where else can we go? Let's have a look. Oh, that's where I
You
can
can head down the stairs to the barn,
to the barn.
maybe.
Down this way?
Yeah. I think. Turn around. Yeah.
Oh, down this way?
Yep. Down there.
Oh, yeah. It's a gorgeous area. The artist did a fantastic job.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that went into the layout of this thing. I think this is version number 4 that we did, maybe 5.
Yeah. There's different merchants here as well that you can sort of find and bring into the Inquisition.
And the thing with your merchants too is that you won't have them all the time. You'll start out with maybe 1 or 2, and then depending on how you are, if you do certain quests or do things certain ways, then you might have more merchants show up, and you might not see them at all if you do something a certain way. So.
Yep. Blackwell's hanging out there, so Beefcakes, as GamerMD likes to call him. We could talk to him, but we're not going to talk to him. Sorry.
Aww.
Aww. But we can have a look at our mount. So last Twitch stream we did, you saw we were riding around on this guy, who's really cool. There's tons of different mounts in the game and different variations of them. So you can see there's like different horses here, tons of them which we haven't found in the save. A whole bunch of like exotic mounts as well. So you find mounts through a variety of means. Some of them you can buy in other hubs and quests and things like that. So I just want to show you guys. It's a place where cheese exists, and if you guys know Dragon Age, then you know that cheese is a big part of it. The kitchen.
First, a full wheel of Antivan smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed mint. They were right here. I remember seeing someone take them. I can't recall their face.
Mysterious.
There's other rooms and stuff, I should say, through that door as well. But again, we don't want to show you everything, so.
And yeah, you can pretty much explore everything that we've built. There isn't really a ton of like doors that don't lead anywhere or anything, so there's a lot of places to go through and see.
Yeah. There was a couple of questions on how you access new upgrades to or customization to Skyhold. So there's a variety of ways. Again, it's kind of like mounts, so you can buy some of them in some of the other towns and areas which Jason's worked on.
Inquisitor.
And then there's actually, let's go talk to Cole.
There's a bunch that are like quest rewards.
Yeah.
There's a bunch that you'll get through operations. So basically all the different means of playing around in the game, there are things that you can find and earn, collect. Like, gotta catch them all, right?
Yep. There is Scout Harding, for you people who know Scout Harding, or as I like to call it, the little bundle of murder. So a tavern in here, lots of people.
I'm telling you, I saw who I saw.
You say you saw the champion, and I'm supposed to.
This is Cole. So Cole's one of your followers.
I can talk with you.
Jeez.
So, Cole.
So because we heard about the stealing of cheese, we got that option. Also hoards daggers, apparently.
Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
Safer there. Okay. Cole's so weird.
Stop causing trouble around Skyhold. You're upsetting people. I don't want to hear about it again.
You won't.
Okay, so there you go. Let's do Cole. Cole is then not going to be happy with this because we're telling him off. And that reduces his approval. There's a bard there. This bard sings different songs, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a variety of neat things.
It's passed out down there.
It's hard being in the Inquisition.
It
right?
really is. Okay. So let's go have a look at a bit more. Oh, there's Varric. Varric's hanging out near the fire as a storyteller often would. Oh, actually, that's not the way.
No.
Solus is through there, but
Save that for you guys.
I'm trying, it sucks today.
So the things that you can change in Skyhold when you're playing are things like heraldry, drapes, your throne, what else? The bed.
Yeah, all the decorations in there. So once all this scaffolding goes, like big tables get put in there, lots of chairs.
Yeah, I think we've shown some screenshots of that.
Yeah, statues change as well. Yeah.
And some of them are really, really cool.
Yeah.
Inquisitor. What can
Vivian's
I do,
come up here
darling?
and kind of made a place for herself with all her fancy knicknacks.
That's right.
Shay's lounge chair.
Yeah. Yeah, Vivian, again, one of your other followers, you don't know yet, but she's definitely a bit of a ice queen, I guess. She's a mage, quite powerful. She's, I think, an Elysian. She's the head of the Elysian Circle, I believe.
Yeah, the head enchanter.
Yeah.
Is that?
And as a fellow mage, we are going to ask some questions. So let's ask about the circle.
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know? What do you wish to know?
What do I want to know? I want to know how the Mage Rebellion started.
How did we come to this state with the circles in revolt?
You, my dear, are far too wise not to have realized that many of our colleagues live with their eyes closed. Safe from the world inside their towers, they thought only of the Templars and their own resentment. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Okay, that's enough for now. Anyway, that's Vivian. So Vivian's awesome. I actually like playing with her in my party. Could jump down there, but that would hurt. Okay. Through this other door up here, again, I won't show it just because I don't want to show you everything, but Liliana has kind of like a rookery up there with a whole bunch of ravens.
Her and her spy masters kind of do their spy stuff.
Exactly right. There's also a library with a research assistant, and that's where you can hand in some research items, I think, that you collect, and that helps you learn about different creatures and different elements of the world. Okay, so what else? I wanted to show you guys a bit of the war table. We're going to finish on some crafting sites, I think, where we'll show like some of the Skyhold customization. This is Josephine's room.
Yep.
So Josephine is the specialist who leads kind of like the political and trade side of the Inquisition.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
Okay, so no time to pity.
What's done is done. We must deal with this House of Repose before they come again.
Yes. Yes, of course. I've tracked down the last two paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royaux?
Okay, so this is an important thing to remember. A lot of the decisions or answers that you give to these types of scenarios have an impact. Some of them are very big, of course, and some of them are relatively small, like this. So we could side with Josephine and take a more peaceful route. Although, as an Inquisitor, I'm going to make Mike's character, since this is Mike's save, more direct. And so we're going to support Liliana's approach to solving this problem. And this is going to then create a new operation on the war table, specifically for this. Though we've chosen Josephine, you'd have a different operation on the war table. So we're going to say that Liliana has a point.
If destroying the original contract will satisfy the guild, I say we do it.
But I'm sure my plan will work, Inquisitor.
Whatever happens, I'll assign you more guards. The House of Repose won't be idle long.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the Duparaquets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Barroyo. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin.
Okay, so you can see there we've got a new operation on there, so we can go and take a look at that. So you did you do a lot of the war table stuff as well?
Yep. Yeah. If you look at the war table as well, that's another thing that went through a lot of iteration and a lot of changes. I think the one we have now might be version 20 or something. I don't know. I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Some of the ones we had were substantially different than this one. But yeah, if you go in and if we just like had turned on all the operations, there's like hundreds of them.
Yeah, I think there's over 300 of them. So you
Yeah.
can go to Ferelden or Olay. This one happens to be in Olay. And because this thing is so full of spoilers, I'm really being very careful just picking this particular one. So you can see in this case, because we supported Liliana, she's the only specialist who can resolve this particular operation. So
Let's see what we have.
And then I'm going to back out quickly before anything spoils.
It was really awesome how it turned out too, because I remember the day that we actually started getting the full written actual operations put on the board, and I started playing around with it. And I'm like, holy, this is really fun. This is a really neat little bit of side story that you get. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you get some cool rewards through it as well. So
Yeah.
it could be loot or gold. We showed a little bit of it in one of the streams that Mike and I did. So yeah, you can have gold, or you can tell your Inquisition forces to go and get you rare herbs, or you can get equipment, and some of it's story as well. So okay,
the Inquisitor's clothing, unfortunately, is not one of the things that we changed.
Yep.
But you can change when your armor and whatnot, like you've seen, I'm sure, in interviews and streams before.
Yeah.
Your armor's fully customizable, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of things you can do there.
Yep. The Undercroft, this is where a lot of the crafting and customization is done. So we can have a look at, say, upgrading potions. So you guys know that we have different potions and tonics and grenades. I don't know whether you know that you can also, except here's dead. So here's a poison, so a tonic, but you can also upgrade them. So by finding different crafting materials, particularly rare crafting materials, you can upgrade a lot of the items, including the famous jar of bees. Yeah,
Bees!
So yeah, so you can add some wasps. I love that. I won't tell the story about how that stuff was house needs. That was going to be waking up. Okay, so Skyhold customization. So we mentioned that you can have like change banners and bed, drapes, heraldry, decor, your throne, windows, etc. Mike hasn't got a lot of these unlocked, but I can just show you a couple of them. So the throne is an interesting one because you upgrade the throne. So when we change this, when we go back in the throne, you'll see a different throne. But you'll just see like the base of it. You need to sort of progress and get the upgrades to that throne. How much fun did you have making all of this? Making the whole system actually fit all these different options? That would be insane.
Fun's an interesting word to use.
Yeah. So like decor could be things like you basically change to like Elysian or Ferelden, to Vinter.
Yeah, and it kind of puts like statues or rugs, etc., that kind of fit the culture for that particular group.
Yeah. It's a shame we don't have any drapes to unlock.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to go by.
Have you seen, like, some of the beds you can get are holy crap.
Yep.
They're full on.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Mike had changed everything to sort of reflect Circle of Magi since he's a mage. But
the banners here are another thing too that you can kind of upgrade over time. So you start off with like just a basic pole to start, and then I think these ones are through quest rewards. You can go and you can upgrade them until they become awesome.
Okay, so while we're here, I want to create a new weapon for one of my followers. So the crafting system is huge. Again, we've done videos on that, so I'm not going to go into it too much, but I am going to make, actually I'll just flip through some of these. So you can see the different types of weapons you can create. You can create hilts individually from a full weapon and then upgrade weapons with those, but I'm going to make this masterwork great sword. I think I'm going to do it for Iron Bull, since he's a big warrior. So I was playing around with this before, and there's different materials that I can put in here. Although I found this one that ups the damage, the base damage, so I'll use that as the base. So that also changes the color of the blade. And then some of the stats are from one of these slots. So since he's a warrior, probably go strength and constitution. That's a good mix rather than just strength or just constitution. And over into the utility slot. Okay, that's pretty good. That ups the strength even more. I might use that. Okay, and since it's a masterwork recipe, I can also add in a masterwork item. So these are rare items that you find, and they change or add in some of the some special abilities onto the weapon. So you can see here this adds a increased maximum stamina by 10, but there is one that I really want to get. Oh, this one's cool. On dying, 10% chance to heal for half health. That's pretty neat. Okay, this is the one that I want. This is 10% chance to apply walking bomb for 5 seconds with a detonation of 75% weapon damage. So every swing that Iron Bull will do with this sword will have a 10% chance to apply walking bomb. That's pretty badass for an area of effect sword anyway, because he's like swinging it around. And then adding on top of that an area of effect explosion with walking bomb. So let's do that. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna craft that. I could rename that as well, but I won't. Okay, so I'm going to load in another save. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can do in Skyhold, but again, I just don't want to spoil too much of it for everyone. Any final comments? Oh, we didn't get to show the garden upgrade, but anyway,
they'll see it. They'll see it in a month. Yep. Some people are asking some more about the customization stuff too. There's various things you can't necessarily do each faction for each type of customization, so there may not be certain types of drapes for a certain faction, but there are customizations for most factions. I think like there are Canary variations, there are Ferelden variations, or Legion, free marches. There's a lot of stuff there that you can find and apply to your base.
Let's see, what other questions do we have? Canary style. I don't think there is a Canary style.
Yep. Well,
what did you just
that's
say?
what I just said. Is like
sorry, I wasn't even listening.
Some
to
of them.
Sorry.
Thanks, Cam.
No worries.
Some of the variations, like I think there's a throne, for example,
right,
that you can find. I think the banners and heraldry, but
I should listen to you more.
Why start now? It's too late. We're already done.
That's true. Just dropped.
Someone asked a question about the time of day or climate changing in Skyhold. Unfortunately, it doesn't. There are some things that could not fit in. It's really big.
It is very big. Okay.
Music can't change in Skyhold.
Nope. So we've shown some of this before. As I said, I'm using a human rogue this time. I'm going to try and make a bit of a beeline for some of the particular combats.
I haven't even seen this level in a long time.
Yeah, I love this level.
It's probably gonna just be blowing me away.
Yeah, I'll try and take a different route as well through this level that we did with Mike last time. I'll show you guys some of the differences. You can see there's a big bear.
Oh.
Alright.
Watch out, he's going. He's hungry.
He is hungry. So you can see the bear is chasing the wildlife there, which is pretty cool. Okay, Okay. Come on, little bear.
You can try to get him.
Good. Come on. It's probably gonna. Of course, we have you know, this sort of this real-time combat and the tactical combat as well. We always do that. So you can see there we can. Wow, that bear is chilled, sundered, taunted, has a whole bunch of resistances and a whole 21,000 hit points. Okay,
it's a lot of info there.
It is a lot of info.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we can swap around between our different characters, issue orders to our followers. So using your followers is really important. Like if you want to be successful in the game, particularly in some of the more challenging fights, it's important that you use your followers effectively. So depending on how you've built your followers, you know, Cassandra and Iron Bull are definitely warriors, but you can change them between sword and shield or two-handed warrior. If you prefer, you can put different weapons on them, different types of armor to focus on, say, strength or agility or constitution. You can make more area effect orientated or more defensive, etc. And same goes with mages, so you can have mages who are damage dealers and support. And, you know, really using them effectively plays a big part against a massive, somewhat frozen giant bear.
There's some people that are really upset that you're killing them.
I know. Well, I tend to. Yeah, they know that. Dispel. Dispel is really, so you know, that was Solar Ski using Dispel. Dispel is really important for some of the more tougher fights, particularly against mages or anyone who has barriers up or other sorts of classes. They can be really tough. Sometimes when you use Dispel, you can almost like break their magic and confuse damage.
You notice Cassandra doing a good job there tanking. One thing personally I've noticed playing the game is that it's actually really fun to be a tank. You usually don't go that route very often, but it's pretty fun.
What do you normally go?
Mage.
Yeah, I normally go mage.
I like pew.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, people.
Oh, now you're killing the deer?
Yeah. Well, the bear was it was, you know,
it was just
another one. Okay, no, I won't do that. Okay, what do we get? Probably some crafting materials. Great bear hide. So you can see here some of the different stats in this particular crafting material that we could have used in some, for example, the hilt of a blade. Okay, let's go back to, we also got Varric there, Cassandra, of course. Go back to our Inquisitor.
Alright, we're a guy now.
Yeah,
who's
sorry,
that?
yeah, no, it's a different,
Who's that?
yeah, different character. Anyway, I was trying to get up here because you can see some of your soldiers up, your Inquisition soldiers are up here, and they're providing some resources for you throughout the game. And that can happen based on a number of different reasons. So different decisions will change who's sending you supplies, different political factions, etc.
People want to be able to ride a bear. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Okay. There's a Fade Rift up there as well.
I actually did work on the mounts too, and it's really cool. Just the variety of mounts that we were able to get from with art. It's there's a lot of them.
Oh yeah. So Rage Demon there. A couple of wraiths. And you can see how the Rage Demon is having an effect on these wraiths. So different sort of major demons like this can have slightly different effects on some of these weaker spirits. I hate Rage.
Like that?
Like that, yes. Okay. I have like
lizard mounts too, real huh? You just want to ride everything, don't you?
Okay, Andrew needs some health. She's already drinking, okay.
Jumping is really awesome. You have no idea.
Yeah. It's like Cassandra being a warrior, I've built her, or might build her, I should say, to do a lot of defensive and I'm not really doing too much attack down in this encounter, guys. You know, I've shown that before, so everyone drinking some health. Okay, Barrier on Cassandra with Solus.
It's funny, piggybacking on Companions, we actually had a joke when we first started doing the mount stuff that maybe Iron Bull is just your mount.
Yeah,
it's big enough.
Yeah. And it was surprising because, like, when we first put Barrack on the first one,
I thought that was I thought Iron Bull and Barrack were gonna look just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they don't look too bad.
No, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe going in with Barrack. Oh my god. I keep thinking that's an arrow. That's why I'm dying. I want to run away.
Do stealth. Don't step in the green stuff.
Okay. Lord. Go, go, go! Okay, that's going to reset that particular encounter. And now I'm absolutely slaughtered. So what I might do is, wow, that was a complete fail. I'm going to go back to my camp and restock potions. I think I must be playing on like hard, because that was really tough. Okay, hopefully I'm going the right way. I think I am. I don't know if the song actually. I should mention that song you guys heard at the start. I think it's called "Guardians of the Past." It's one of our tracks from our game here. Love it. The music's been fantastic on this. The guys have done an amazing job, as with all audio.
That's another thing that kind of is really neat when you're working on the game. The minute the music starts to come in, it's like that little thing that was missing the whole time, and it just brings it all together.
Yeah.
And yeah, Trevor's a god.
Yeah.
It was some of that stuff. It still sends shivers down my spine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's try and do something productive rather than getting killed.
For the guys that don't know, the composer for Inquisition's Trevor Morris. I knew what else. There's something what he's worked on in the past.
Yeah. Okay, so I think you might have seen some of this before. This is where you spoke to Fairbanks in another Twitch stream, so I'm just going to run through this. It seems to be safer anyway than the other path. So Emerald Graves is probably like some crafting
Something
material.
is odd about those runes.
So let's see. What else can I do? I might load back into Skyhold actually. Let's see this one, because I want to show you the garden upgrade.
Yep, there is an official guide being made. It'll probably be, encyclopedia sized or something, but whoever said Solus's voice is amazing, yes. He's definitely my favorite voice actor.
I'm just seeing a couple of other questions on the platform. So we're playing on the Xbox One, which is 900p. PS4 is 1080, PC is basically whatever you want, 4K. It supports 4K. Consoles, so on the PC, the FPS is basically unbound. It just depends on what hardware you have. You know, we definitely didn't want to limit anything on that. And then on the Xbox One, it's 30 FPS. On the PS4, it's 30 FPS. On the 360 and PS3, we're aiming for 30. So, but yeah, definitely on PC. You know, it really depends on your hardware. Okay, so back in Skyhold, show you the garden.
That's the lot. Strange bit of kit for a fortress.
Garden kind of consists of like your Inquisition soldiers and some of the nobles that have been either come to the Inquisition or Josephine or whatever. So that's the kind of feeling you're going to get in this area.
Yeah. In this instance with the garden, we can plant some herbs for alchemy. So might plant some blood lotus there. And here, mushrooms, because who doesn't like a mushy every now and then? So how long do they take to come up?
So when you go out and adventuring,
When you come back, they
when
come
you, yeah, you go out for a bit, come back, and then you'll have your herb. You can't plant things right away. You have to earn the seeds first, and yeah, it's a neat little side interaction for people that are trying to go for the major potion upgrades.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back and grab that requisition, then we'll go back, do it again, upgrade the garden, and then see that choice between this sort of chantry garden and more of an alchemy one.
Sure.
Yeah. This is back up to my bedroom for those of you who are just joining us. This is Skyhold and the Inquisitor's lovely bedroom, which can be modified along with most of everything else in Skyhold.
And also keep in mind that like all these customizations and stuff, we didn't tie them to like buffs or perks or in-game benefits like that, because we really didn't want you guys to find what was the best combination for a mage and then be forced to do that. This is supposed to be making your base look like your base, how you want it to be.
Yeah. So no min-max in Skyhold.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I've got those requisitions. I'm going to go do that again for those of you who weren't here before. There's Varric hanging out.
Your worship.
Let's go here.
Lots of other people you can talk to in Skyhold too, like Requisition Man. You talk
Requisition Man.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
There's too many people here.
There is.
The researcher, the merchant, the I don't know, the surgeon. Like,
Yeah.
lots of people that you can talk to and get to know. That it's pretty neat.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the garden.
Your worship.
That's Gatsy. He does the, what is it called? The mosaic stuff. It's a collection that you get out in the wilderness. So some neat lore that you get out of that and whatnot. So yeah, this is the upgrade part. So once you've done the requisition, you get the choice, and ta-da! You get to choose one of the two.
Yeah. So because I like making poisons, I'm gonna go the herb garden. That's gonna provide more pots here. I'm not sure what the chantry. I've never done a chantry one, actually.
How does party banter work? Party banter mostly happens out in the wild. So similar to past games, you're running around and your party members will strike up conversations. Again, lots of cool combinations like there was in DA2 and Origins. Some of them pretty funny, some of them kind of deep. So, are there Mabari in DAI?
There are Minbari.
Yes.
They're gonna. It's not like a follower Minbari,
No.
but they are around. Yeah. There's like armored Minbaris and stuff like that, which is pretty badass. What else should we show? We'll show the dungeon. Might as well show it a little bit. Oops.
Show the dungeon, call her a day.
Yep.
It's deep and dark.
And kind of scary. Everyone jumps off the edge.
So make sure
With
when you're playing the game, no spoilers again, but when you're doing your judgments, come pop down here once in a while if you might see some neat stuff.
Yeah.
But be very careful, don't fall off. It's a long way down.
It is a long way down. Okay. Any last questions before we head off? What time is it? I started a bit late. Advisors have their own bedrooms. Advisors have their own rooms, not necessarily bedrooms. So, you know, you saw Cullen with his office there, and he had a bedroom above that. No Sarah info today.
Sarah is awesome.
She is awesome. That's the info.
Talk to her.
Her recruitment quest is just the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Honestly, don't know.
About what?
The quest markers. Sorry.
Okay. They can't see that. Okay. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks very much for watching. As I said, today was on Xbox One. Hopefully you enjoyed Skyhold and gives you some idea about some of the things you're going to be able to get to do and play around and make the seat of your Inquisition as full on as you want it to be. And I think there's a trailer to follow. People